EGM Network.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Happy New Year, everybody! I love it. Don't you love that, Cindy?
Yeah.
Now she's going to make me clean up the studio.
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am.
That's okay. I love some good confetti. You guys, happy New Year. It's 2026. I'm Cindy Getz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. And we're going to beautify your life today with talking about this new year and what's in store for you. So as we begin a new year, guys, we all do the same thing, right? We make New Year resolutions or New Year's goals. Okay. And I know Cindy's shaking her head. She's not a fan of that. We're going to dive in a little bit. But you know how most of us, Cindy, say, okay, this year I'm going to get in shape. Okay. Right. Or this year I'm going to save money. Right, Cindy?
Yeah.
Or not spend money. Or this year I finally get organized. What are some other ones, Cindy?
Start like a new diet.
Yep. Okay. So getting in shape or a new diet, a new food plan. I'm going to only eat, vegetables. I'm going to cut out meat.
That's what I'm saying. What would we do? We did the paleo diet. We did, what's the one every week? Gluten free. Then we're going to do the Mediterranean
diet.
Atkins
was the meat only,
year.
Right? Yes. What is the trend right now?
I got no clue. No, can you tell? No clue.
Well, so you get it, guys. Like we're all in that boat together where it's like, oh my gosh, we need to readjust and make those new plans and goals. And none of these are bad goals. I mean, they're actually very good, legit goals. But here's why they usually don't stick. Right, Cindy? I mean, it's true. How many people do we talk to and they're like, I never make them because I never accomplish them.
Week 3, we're done.
Right. So most resolutions fail because they're based on pressure and not intention.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Pressure and not intention. Like, oh my gosh, I've got to lose that weight, because my friend lost 10 pounds or...
They just feel shamed. And I mean, I'm making this up, but just feel shamed into it, or they feel like they need the expectation because everybody else does
Peer pressure. Maybe at work. Everybody else has gotten a promotion and they want a promotion, not necessarily because what they want, but,
Yeah.
So they're vague, all or nothing, and focused on fixing what we think, guys, is wrong with us instead of building a life that actually feels good.
Well, that's what they say about the dieting.
Yeah.
Really,
yes.
there's no successful diet. You have to change your mindset, but really not. You really just exercise more and eat less of what you like.
Amen. See, listen to Cindy. Cindy. So, okay, let's unravel this. We're already into January. So by mid-January, motivation fades.
Yep.
Life gets busy. Cindy and I are already like, oh my gosh, we're so busy. It's insane.
It is.
And the goal quietly disappears.
Because you don't have time for it.
Right.
You got to make time for this new thing, and you're not going to.
And by February, you look back and go, gosh, I was going to save, $10 extra a month, and, you've already forgotten about it. So not because we failed, with all of this, but because the goal didn't fit. Right, Cindy? Just like the food. It just didn't fit.
It's work.
Yes.
It's work. It's not like sliding into a space or like, I'm just not going to eat bread, say for argument's sake. I'm just making that up. I just won't eat bread. Instead of like.
Then we can't hang out.
I'm sorry. I know that. I'm just making that up. Right. But instead of this whole diet, I'm going to go on this whole regimen. I'm going to change this whole thing and whatever. I know this person that did it. I'm not mentioning any names. And it wasn't the person now like 9-10 months, maybe a year later, back to what it was. And it's sadly.
Yeah. So
Sadly.
So today's show, you guys, we're going to take a different approach. Okay.
Okay.
I decided, let's start the new year. And I always, and January, I always love to do a show on New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions. So I thought we'd take a different approach. Okay. So instead of asking, what should I change this year? How about ask yourself, what do I want to experience, feel, or become? Okay. Let me read that again. So instead of asking, what should I change? Okay. Maybe say, what do I want to experience? All right. So today's show, you guys, is about your life list. Okay. That's the actual name of the show, Your Life List. It isn't about perfection. Okay, which is a lesson I'm learning, but it isn't about perfection or timelines. It's about your direction.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm going to read that again. It's Your Life List. This is the today's show. It's about it's not about perfection or timeliness, but it's about direction. So when the goal is connected of how you want to live, it lasts longer.
You know what's the other thing that I learned too, and this is more like of a spirituality kind of angle?
Yeah.
Don't ever ask how it's going to happen. Because you don't know how it's going to happen.
That's a good one.
Yeah, don't put it out. How am I going to do this? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Just put it out what you want and kind of go with the flow, if you will.
Oh, that's a good one, Cindy.
Yeah.
So today, Cindy, instead of talking about New Year's resolutions, I want to share a different idea, something I'm calling Your Life List. Okay, a new way to start the new year. Now, I recently watched, Cindy, a movie on Netflix that really inspired today's show, and it's called The Life List. Okay. Now, it follows, Cindy, a young woman who must complete a bucket list that she wrote as a teenager in order to receive her late mother's inheritance. Okay. Now, along the way, she rediscovers herself, finds unexpected love, all right, and uncovers family truths I never saw coming. So it's such a feel-good story about growth, healing, and becoming who you were always meant to be. Now, I will have to tell you, I passed this Netflix movie up multiple times. It kept coming up as something that the algorithms thought I would like. And I finally gave in, watched it, and it was so special. I just thought it'd be a cute kind of Hallmarky type, and it was, but it had such a good message, and it inspired today's show.
And what's the name again?
It's called The Life List.
The Life
List.
Okay.
So I did a spin on that for today's show, and it's called Your Life List. So it made me think, what if the new year isn't about fixing ourselves, Cindy, or setting unrealistic goals, but about remembering ourselves. And it was really cute in this movie, Cindy, because they show her crinkled up paper of lists, and it was, I don't know, pencil, I think she wrote it in, and the mother had kept it all those years.
Oh, wow.
And as a young adult, she was not happy. She was going along with the flow, but she wasn't happy. So when the mother passed away, she thought she was inheriting the mother's company, but instead she got this little envelope, and she had to complete her bucket list before she got whatever that inheritance looked like. And so the whole movie is about her checking off the list. It's really, really good, you guys.
Okay.
So that's where the idea of today's show came from, Your Life List. So let's dive in. Your Life List isn't about pressure or perfection. Remember that, guys. It's not about pressure or perfection. It's about revisiting. Guys, you should get excited about this. Revisiting the dreams, that once mattered to you, and giving yourself permission to pursue them again. Now, Cindy, you know what I'm getting ready to ask you. So get ready.
Oh, no.
So here's my invitation to you as we start this new year. All right. So instead of writing resolutions, which they're great, wonderful, if you've already done it, fine, but write your life list. Okay, maybe you have one from your childhood. Great. Go find it. Call your mom or dad. Say, do you have my little box of, things? My mom still has a scrapbook of things from my high school, cards, letters. So maybe there's still some at your home. If not, make a new one. I'm sure you'll remember some of these things. So I want you guys to write 3 things, okay? Things you've always wanted to do, that you wanted to try or become, okay? 3 things that you always wanted to do, try, or become. Okay. Now, okay, and then choose one small step you can take this year toward each of them. One tiny little step. So I'm going to make myself transparent. I'm going to share with you some things that are on my life list. And then I'm going to ask Cindy some of hers. Okay. So I'm giving her a chance because she didn't know I was going to ask. I like my shows to be organic. So I'm allowing her brain to process what she can share with us on Beauty and the Beach Radio. But I'm going to share with you some of mine. So here we go. Here's some of my life list items. These are things that I'm like, I really want to do this. I want to accomplish this. 1, learn a new language. Okay. And I want to do Spanish just because I think that would be the most practical living in Florida. Cindy's shaking her head no. I think French sounds beautiful. Now she's shaking her head yes, but no pressure, Cindy. It's my list. I'm going to do Spanish. So I want to learn a new language. Okay, that's 1. I have 6 things I'm going to share with you. The other one, I want to do a triathlon. Now, for those of you who know me, I have done a triathlon, but it's been a relay where I share a couple legs with my friends. I want to do one solo. I want to do the bike. I want to do the run, and I want to do a swim. And that might sound easy, but there's a lot of training involved, and I don't bike, and it's going to take some work, but I'm going to do it. I want to do a triathlon solo. I want to learn to ballroom dance, Cindy. I want to learn to dance. I can shake my hips, I can go to a great concert and whatever, but I want to learn a dance. Maybe it's waltz, maybe it's tango. I want to learn so that when I'm at a function, all of a sudden, if ballroom dancing comes up, I want to do it. I want to know how to do it.
You know what? I know this is, I don't mean any disrespect by this at all. But some of the people that I know, friends and business acquaintances and people that I work with have done that. And it was always the people that I least expected to do that. I just was like surprised that was like their mojo. Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't even say this is my mojo, but for some reason I want to learn. And I just think it's so appealing to know how to get out on the floor and all of a sudden know the steps and the twirls and all that jazz. The next one is travel. 3 on my list is Hawaii, London, and Paris. This is kind of activity and travel together. I want to go to Monte Carlo and I want to experience the Formula One race there. And then finally, there's plenty more, but I want to get to Cindy's list. The last one on my list I'm going to share with you today is I want to go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York City.
Been there.
And I want to view it from a luxurious hotel room with my hot coffee in my fuzzy robe, watching it from a very cozy room. So anyway, I'm not standing out in the snow. I've watched that plenty of time. I'm not doing that. I am not a Florida. I want a cozy room. Anyway, those are some of the things that I want to do. That's some of my life list. Some of it's learning. Some of it's just play. Cindy, so if I said to you, you're one of you're part of the audience here. 3 things. Are there 3 that you can share? If not, one's fine. But what are some of your life lists?
You and I had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I said this, and I was adamant about it, and I've made the moves to do it. One of them is to either knit or crochet.
Yes.
And I have a girlfriend I thought she did both, but she doesn't. She does crochet, and she's like, I'll hook you up with a knitting person if you want to do that. So I want to do that. I know it sounds old ladyish, but I went to this really cool yarn store in California, and it really pushed me over the edge going, oh my God, I wish I had a sweater made out of this gorgeous yarn from Britain and Ireland.
Debbie Maycomer, the writer, she, there's a difference between knit and crochet. Did she knit or crochet?
I don't know.
She was very much into one or the other.
Vanna White does, too. She talks about it on the show a lot, too, if you watch Wheel of Fortune.
So when I was home for Christmas, my niece and her daughter both crochet like crazy.
Okay.
Like, we'll be sitting around the dinner table.
And they're like this.
Yes. So they don't even, it's like when people play the piano, they don't even look. They're just, all of a sudden they made a stuffed animal and you're like, what just happened?
Right.
No, so no, I don't know if it's back, Cindy, or what.
A lot of people are doing it. I love to do needlepoint and crewel and cross stitch. That I've done hundreds of times, but knit and crochet, I never taught myself how to read a pattern or do any of that. So I wanted
and there is an art to that. So totally. I love that. Okay, so that's one.
The other one that this is going to sound like a resolution or not, but I am determined to, with the way this little bit of stock market that I know about, I am determined to teach myself how to buy stocks and bonds. I mean, I'm not trying to get on the bandwagon or anything like that.
I love that.
But to recoup some stuff. And I am learning some different things and going into different avenues because of that. Not with a lot of money, but, a couple of $1,000s here and there.
That is on my interest radar as well. I do have a high interest in learning more about that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have a number 3 you can share?
And the number 3 one is kind of like yours. My daughter and I have talked about this, and we may have to take a little sidestep right now, but to travel Europe. We actually talked about going, and she's got this friend that does it, and it's going like from Thursday to Sunday to different places in Europe. And what you do is you just go to the place that's the cheapest ticket.
Love that. I actually had that idea in the United States with some friends through a cheap flight. I said, look, let's just see where the cheap flight goes and we'll spend the day there.
That's what we're doing.
Yes. So I love that. Great idea,
So it's not
Cindy.
necessarily, I got to go to Paris. I love to see Monte Carlo. You and I were going to go last year. We had some cheap tickets to Monte Carlo.
Yes.
We never did. But I've done so much in the United States. I've done a lot of stuff. I want to go to the Maritimes in Canada one of these days. But we said, I don't want to necessarily go to London or Paris. Let's just say, okay, for $180, whatever, we can go and just buy a one-way ticket. And then when you get to the place, get a one-way ticket back, but you don't know where you're going to wind up.
Right. I love that so much, Cindy. One thing people may or may not know about you is you're very adventurous.
Yeah.
And I admire that. And if the audience doesn't know, I believe, have you visited all the states?
49.
49. So which ones are left?
Hawaii.
Oh, okay. We could combine that one.
Yeah, so I might make that one, but it's not on my list, if you will.
Okay.
Everybody's like, well, you got to 49, you got to get to 50. And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Well, I love that so much. I really do. And there's so much to explore here in U.S. So if anybody's listening right now, that could be a good start if you want to travel or just experience new places.
Yeah. I have others too, but And
I do too. But, I thought, okay, let me be transparent. And I appreciate your transparency, Cindy, and sharing, some of your goals. And hopefully we've inspired you guys to really think about your life list. Guys, this is your list. This is not mine. This is not Cindy's. This is not your parents, your kids, your husband, your wife. This is yours. What makes your heart beat faster? Those are the things, right, Cindy, that you write down. Those are the things that should be on your life list. So
Somebody said in a conversation yesterday, the day before, about the traveling or whatever, are you a planning type? Not to me, it was another conversation. Yeah. Or are you one that just goes by the wing? And the one said, well, I go by the wing, but I actually travel with a person that's a planner, and it makes it easier.
Oh,
but yet I'm the one that goes by, the seat of my pants. And I'm like, that's a good dynamic.
Yeah, I love that.
One person travel with somebody and one's one way and one's the other. So pretty cool.
Well, I just reached out to a girlfriend and she is very familiar with London. So we are already planning a trip to London so she can be kind of my guide. So same kind of idea, Cindy. So anyway, you guys, hopefully we've inspired you. Start writing your 3 things that you want to get started on. Take those baby steps. But we've got to go to a station break. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Vero Beach is out and alive.
dancing, the dance floor is packed. It's the Sunset Saturday Concert. Fun and free for all on Ocean Drive. With live music by Johnny and the Blaze. Food, wine, and beer. Presented by GHO Homes, the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce, Millennium Cremation Service, and Mangrove Sands Golf Club and Restaurant. The Sunset Saturday Concert. Saturday, January 10th at 5 p.m. at Hummerston Park on Ocean Drive, Vero Beach. Now that's the life.
At Evergreen Media, we know the people, the businesses, and the work needed to take your marketing to the next level. We know where locals go to shop, work, and have fun.
We're here to focus on your local advertising so you can focus on your business. This is our home. This is our business. Evergreen Media. We market, you grow.
The Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival is back, January 15th through the 18th. Brought to you by Millennium Cremation Service. Enjoy frog legs and gator tail, hundreds of booths with unique gifts, great live music, and a midway of carnival rides and games galore. Admission and parking are free, thanks to our community partner, Marine Bank. The Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival, January 15th through the 18th. Visit froglegfestival.com.
There's one Broadway musical critics are calling despicable, diabolical, unseemly, and, oh yes, ingenious. The New York Times calls it amongst the most inspiring musical in years. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Don't miss the bloody brilliant winner of the Tony Award for Best Musical and the new undisputed king of musical comedy. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Now playing through February 1st at the Riverside Theater. Get tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Cindy gets. She totally gets it. Oh my gosh. Did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Getz.
Cindy Getz makeup artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. Happy New Year. I'm Cindy Getz, your host. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for making sure that we are on air so that we can be talking about your new year and your life list. So Dale Sorensen Real Estate, whether you're buying or selling a home, you want to reach out to them. They are at sorensenrealestate.com. Dale Sorensen Real Estate, thank you so much. We are wrapping it up, Cindy, and I know you and I have much more to our list, our life list. You were just saying, but while we were on break, that you were like, how many years have we been doing this? And I keep saying, 10 years. And you just said 13 at least.
13. Yeah, 13. I can't believe that.
That's crazy. So, guys.
The people that we've had and met and
it
shows.
It is so amazing.
It's crazy.
And I want the listeners to know this is not a life list for me. I never had on a little piece of paper as a kid that I wanted to have my own radio show or a podcast. Never. I was actually the shy girl in school. I know, hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm not buying that one. I ain't buying into that one. No way. No.
Anything, Cindy? Well, probably for you, although I don't feel like this is as much out of your wheelhouse as what I'm doing, because you studied to be a writer, reporter, like this. I don't know. This is media. Does this?
Well, and late in life. I mean,
I
always loved, okay, so I come from New York, and I always loved Cousin Brucey, WABC, 77 WABC.
Wow, that just rolled right out.
Yeah, I loved it. Iconic. In fact, I think he lives in Vero. From what anybody told me, he does live in Vero.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of those one guys. Anyway.
So you were very inspired. Okay, keep going.
I was very inspired by that, but forgot about it. But I just always loved radio. Huh. And I just kind of stumbled on it when I went back to school because I was determined to get my degree and, get out of the business that I was in. They're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't really know. I've been in that business so long. And I just sat down and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go the writer and go the whole deal and whatever. And I just fell into it.
Wow. We really, both of us fell into it because my story is similar in that Yeah, someone said you should do it, and I tried it, and here I am 13 years later. So you guys write those 3 things down and take baby steps to get there. I believe in you. You can do it. Happy 2026. Let's get our kicks. See you later.